Hello again, nice to see you all. So today's piece I have to show you is a Sig Sauer P266. It's a KWC made gun which is marketed by Cybergun. You can tell that it's marketed by Cybergun because it has the trades on it. So I left this gun standing for quite a while. I saw them on various sites and thought, looks a bit naff. And to be fair, it's not the most fantastic gun. The main reason I bought it was because it has trades on it, and it was cheap. And I happened to be ordering something else for somebody else, So I thought, for 10 quid, well, less than 10 quid, why not? What's the info on the box? 328 FPS measured with a 1.2. 6 joule, not 6 joule, 0.6 joule. 33 yards, 30 meters on twos. No, it doesn't. 12 BBs in the mag, 198 millimeters, and half a pound or 320 grams. I can confirm it is fairly lightweight. Usual gubbins in the box. Don't shoot people, etc. Be careful of your targets. Safety crap. How to use it. Crap your BBs. And the gun. So, what can I say? Yes, I can confirm it's a fairly lightweight gun. I did add some extra weights into back strap. Pardon me. Most of the weight is in the mag there. I did pick up 2 spare mags for it as well, which were relatively cheap and come in a little pack. These guns, as I have mentioned when I was talking about the Smith & Wesson the other day, they have a kind of universal magazine that the KWC pistol use. This is the mag for the Wonder 9s because they have a wider grip. But there's various little notches so they actually fit different guns, and then the base plate is pinned in place. So you knock that pin out, put on a different base plate, it would work in the other models that they do, like their M9, their Glock that they do. There's various ones. I do believe ASG do a rebrand of their Glock with trades, or is it Umarex? I don't know. Yeah, it might be in Umarex, one thing about it, because they have the Glock license. But yeah, that's by the by, because we're talking about the Sig. I did ignore this Sig, as said, because I do have a few Sigs already, but I kind of wanted just the classic P226, just because. And to be fair, yeah, it's a cheap gun, it's lightweight, etc. But it's got the trades on, which I like, and it fills a hole in my collection. And it's not too terribly detailed, to be fair. It's got the hammer. It doesn't have a double action hammer, but it has a functioning hammer, which is a bonus. Like the Smith & Wesson, the hammers on these have like a hollow side to them. So once again, as I did with my Smith & Wesson, I filled this hammer in with a little bit of epoxy in one side to level it off so it's a solid hammer. Cocking action is fairly smooth. Magazine is rather than a lipped one like the other KWCs, it has an open top, and you pull down the follower, lock it at the bottom, press a button, and then you can fill it up. It takes 12 BBs in there, and you do have to manually release. Oh no, you don't have to manually release these. Yeah, it locks at the bottom, and it does. I think I did find with these, you do have to like push the magazine slightly to the side where it has the release for the follower. Because if you push it to the other side, it doesn't actually release sometimes. That's a small thing. So yeah, there's a little button on top which releases the feed into the gun. Closed ejection port, as with other KWC offerings, quite common. I do have a couple, I think, which do have an open ejection port. Reasonable pop to it, as it's, if you to believe the box details, it does 0.6 joules and 328 FPS on a 0.2, which for a Springer, I can't think what that actually works out, but it's pokish for a Springer if that power is to be believed. But as with the Smith & Wesson, this is a non-hop variant, so it was fairly pathetic. You stuck 2s in it and they hit the floor at about 10 meters, I would say. Stick 1-2s in it and they would fly a bit further, but pretty scatterly. It'd be all over the shop where it actually hit at any distance. So as I said before, I did mod a hop into this thing. KWCs are not easy to mod hops into, and even when you do, they don't work that great. So this is hopping 2s now, slightly under hopping 2s, approximately 10 meters, hitting the ground at 15 meters. Safety is the actual decocker you use on this. It seems reasonably solid. As with other KWCs as well, it does strip fairly easily, and you do use the stripping mechanism, but you knock it down like that and then you push it out. You have to pull the trigger because it catches on the sear if not, and it's straight off like that, and there's your interaction. It's all fairly much of a muchness, a lot of plastic parts in there. It does have a metal backstop. You can see that's a stationary, as with all these KWCs, the inner barrel stays stationary, and as you cock it, it opens up the feed and then picks up the VB and pops it into the chamber. To be fair, the spring in there does look fairly stout, so it could well kick out at the power that it claims. And to reverse it back on, I have to put it down at a 45-degree angle and then pop it up, and your slide is back on. So yeah, all in all, for a tenner or whatever it cost, I suppose if you were to order it on its own, it would cost you a tenner plus your postage. I ordered this from a shop in France, so end up costing you, if you were to order one, about 20 quid, I imagine. So it's not a bad pickup for 20 quid, really. Quite like it. As I said, I didn't have a 226 in the collection. It's got the trades on there. The sights, I think, as far as I remember, the front sight was dotted out of the box. Don't think I dotted it myself. I might have done, I'm not sure, I can't remember now. But I did also do my usual slight dry brushing effect on the gun to give it a bit more of a metallic look and sheen. It does slightly take away from the trades. It's very limited on trades, I will say that. It's got a sort of a fake serial number on the lower frame at the front here. It's got your Sig Sauer at the top. Might be hard to see in this light and with the effect that I've done on the slide, and you've got your 226, and then just down here in small letters, made in Taiwan. And that's about all it has trades wise, so it's not littered with the trades that it should really have, like your little proof marks and things like that, but you know, it's a cheap Springer at the end of the day, and at least it's got some trades. So yeah, that's about it, I think. As always, I thank you for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, guys.